nothing alike. We's different. You ain't the hustling type. We's different.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of the YouTube world, CJ Rose's back in the building. Welcome back to the channel. It is main event time on NXT TakeOver 36, and it was the NXT title on the line as Karrion Kross defends the title against the Samoan submission machine. Coming back for the first time in a year and a half, Samoa Joe. Now, I think it's kind of blatantly plain obvious that Karrion Kross was going to lose tonight because of the sheer fact that he is on the main roster now. And the NXT crowd let him know that. You want to know why? Because they were chanting Hardy, Hardy in reference to Jeff Hardy, the same man that beat him in less than a minute on his main roster debut. Yeah, that's heavy. That is heavy. In terms of the match, it might have been underwhelming as well. I ain't gonna lie to you. Because again, this is Samoa Joe's first match back, and I ain't gonna lie to you. I was looking at Samoa Joe the whole time. He was looking kind of winded. He wasn't looking right. I don't know. Like, Samoa Joe just didn't feel like Samoa Joe in this match. And again, it's probably because he hasn't wrestled in a year. So I'm gonna let that go. I'm gonna let that be. But I'm telling you, he just didn't feel the same. And maybe that was one of the reasons why. Like, Joe wasn't there. And you know what? I think I'm gonna point in terms of this reference to Karrion Kross versus Keith Lee, because I thought that match was great. I thought that match was good. People really thought that that match wasn't that good because I think it was either Keith Lee's performance that kind of made Karrion Kross look a little but that's why that match wasn't what it was supposed to be. I think this is probably the same way too, because I think with Joe not really looking like himself, because I remember he tried to hit a power bomb and it didn't look right. I think he tried to hit a power slam and it didn't look right. Like a lot of things were kind of off. He was looking winded. His facial expressions were kind of off, so that made it a little weird. Like, Samoa Joe usually looks angry, and he didn't look angry. He looked worried here and there. So I'm like, I don't know, bro. Like, something just doesn't seem right. That's just how I seen it. So that's why his match was a little bit to me. But the match ended with Samoa Joe going for the Muscle Buster, getting the W. Honestly, I think it'd probably been better if he hit the Coquina Clutch, because you know Karrion Kross put him to sleep weeks ago. I think it's only right that Samoa Joe would put Karrion Kross to sleep. You know, tit for tat in this sense. But, you know, Samoa Joe pinned him and got the W. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. We got a new NXT champion, 3-time NXT champion Samoa Joe. It feels good. I'm glad he's back. He's where he should be, and he's where he should have been on the main roster, and that's on top. As for Karrion Kross, I don't know what they're about to do. I don't know what he's getting into tomorrow. I would hope he starts a rivalry at some point, because legit, his only rivalry so far has been Jeff Hardy. And as much as I love Jeff Hardy, you know, Jeff Hardy was my favorite wrestlers of all time. But the way they booking him since he made it to Raw or got drafted to Raw has been piss poor. So I don't know, but we'll see what Karrion Kross gets into tomorrow. terms of Joe, I don't know who's next in line. Maybe Kyle O'Reilly at this point, because I feel like Samoa Joe ain't gonna hold that title for long. I feel like he won't. So if he was to drop it, it had to be, I would say, probably against Kyle O'Reilly. That's not my best bet, but it's possible. I don't know. Only time will tell. You already know what that is. All right, so NXT TakeOver 36. It was an alright pay-per-view for what it was worth. This weekend alone was alright. Again, everything's been put on a spectrum. WWE's just put on a spectrum as a whole. Literally right after CM Punk came back at AEW. So it's like there's only so much WWE can do at this point. All they can do is try to see if they can produce a great show. But Vince McMahon has to go in order for that to happen. So I don't know. It is what it is, man. So until then, it's been Rose, man. Thank you for watching. Thank you for all the love, support. As always, you already know what it is and what it do. So you ain't got to ask what it was or what it does. You already know what it is. So until next time, peace, love, line it. Yeah.